Hello, I'm MBX and welcome back to Q&A Saturday. Q&A Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually centered around the next update coming to Minecraft on the consoles. So we're currently calling that next update TU46 or TU47, and a lot of these questions are about that update, but also just about anything that people have to ask me using the Q&A Saturday comment section from last week, because if you don't know, I pick all of the comments about this from last week's Q&A. So if there are any ones asked for next week that weren't asked in this video, you can leave them in the comments down below, and fun fact, I read all of those comments, and that's how I pick these 10 or so questions each week. So yeah, hopefully you do all enjoy this week's Q&A. If you do all like it, let me know because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like it when I answer people's questions. And yeah, with that said, let me just quickly mention this is the first Q&A Saturday recorded in Canada because I'm in Toronto, Canada, and it might be the only one. It's probably going to be the only one, in fact. But yeah, with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the very first question here, which comes in from Filino Plays, who says, will we have tipped the arrows? Will we have the tipped arrows? And the simple answer to this one is almost certainly yes. Like, it's like a 99.99999% thing, because yeah, this is going to be based on the 1.9 update, almost certainly. Again, it's got the Elytra, etc. It might even be revealed this week, but yeah, will we have tipped arrows? Almost certainly yes. I'll just say yes, blanket statement right now. And if you're curious as to what tipped arrows are, if you're not like this young well, I don't know if he's a well, his picture is a coffee cup, so if you're not like this young coffee with a P in it right here, then you might not know what tipped arrows are. Basically, they're an opportunity to put potion effects on your arrows, so you can have poisonous arrows, you can have harming arrows, you can have fire-resistant arrows, you can do any potion effect on arrows, and the downside, or the upside, is that you can then fire these potion effects much further. The downside is they're much weaker. Basically, it's a big change to combat, and it's a part of the combat update, and that's why they're almost certainly coming. So yeah, tipped arrows are going to be in the game, and they're a really cool one, I think, at least because, you know, in my head, it's like the big cool idea is like, shoot your friends, and maybe there'll even be a video called that. But yeah, for now, all you need to know is there's going to be new arrows, and it's going to be great. However, this second question comes in, oh, by the way, I've done a whole feature preview on those. But yeah, this second question comes in from Adventure Man Gaming, who says, dang, with like lots of A's and N's and G's. So I assume that's how you say it, but that's a nice fridge. So thank you very much, Mr. Adventure Man Gaming. And also to like, there was something like 20, 30 comments saying the same thing. So thank you to everyone that complimented my fridge. I genuinely was not expecting it, I guess because it's like a back fridge and that shows that it's elite or something. But no, I thank you to everyone who complimented my fridge. If it was sincere, I think it was, but I can't be sure. It's the internet, you can't tell sarcasm. But yeah, basically thank you to everyone who complimented my fridge. But the thing about fridges and the reason, they're one of those things you don't really realize that you need until you're like, oh yeah, I need a place, so you need to refrigerate stuff. And generally speaking, it's better to buy a little bit nicer stuff that'll last a lot longer, and therefore it's got like a super long warranty or whatever. So that's why I have a fridge that is apparently that nice, because yeah, it lasts longer. And that's a pro tip for life. Buy it nice or buy it twice. That's something that will come up a lot later, because if you buy lots of cheap things, it ends up being more expensive than the expensive thing in the long run, and therefore you spend more money to have less. And there's a life lesson in there somewhere, but I'm not willing to tell it right now, besides buy it nice or buy it twice. So yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the third question, shall we? Which comes in from Sam Crossfade Smith, which is my favorite transition, and they say, why have the texture packs increased in price from 79p to £2.49? So yeah, I was like, are they £2.49? And I've got it in front of me right now. Yeah, in the UK, it's £2.49 for a texture pack now, because again, I referenced in the last Q&A, like, oh yeah, so, you know, I'll spend 79p so you don't have to. I have no idea when they increase this much, because I think the skin packs are remain the same. I could be wrong about that. And I looked at the mashup packs, and now they're like £4 something. If I had to guess, some amount of that is because the pound has decreased in value, so maybe it hasn't changed elsewhere, or maybe I got the price wrong originally. But yeah, basically, texture packs are really, really expensive now. I have no idea when, why, how, etc. I just know they have increased in price, so I guess that sucks if you live in the UK, and I don't get any more than that. I'll look into it, and if I find a fun conspiracy theory, I'll make a video on it, but I highly doubt that. And this also means that my, you know, how much can you spend a Minecraft video has gone significantly up in price. So, you know, maybe we've broken the £1,000 mark on how much you can spend in Minecraft, which isn't a good thing, but still, yeah, they've increased the price. I have no idea why, though. So, yeah, let's move to the third question here, shall we? It's a bit less of a bummer than that, because it's from Nicholas Gaming, who asked, #Q&A, Toycat, will you see a hockey game in Canada? I'd like to, because I've seen ice hockey before. It was in Belfast, Northern Ireland, in case you're curious, and ice hockey is the coolest sport. Like, people that get brutal, you see them, like, smash into the stands. I actually like ice hockey is a sport that's a good spectator sport, even if you have no idea what's going on. That's why I like ice hockey. I really really would like to watch it, but I think it's one of those things where you have to book in advance. You can't just like show up at a stadium and start watching, because obviously that doesn't make sense. And also, sports stadiums like suck in general. Like, you have to buy really overpriced snacks, and like the I don't know, the bathrooms are going to be crazy clogged up during the break. Basically, my point being here is I'd like to, but I'm probably not going to. So yes, but no. I guess this is the simple answer there, Mr. Nicholas Gaming. But yeah, let's move into the next one, which comes in from Sarika Sharma. Sorry, it's really far away from my screen right now, like, because I'm editing this and I'm on a like laptop and it's got a small screen because Apple. But anyway, that said, this question comes in from Sarika Sharma, who says, #Q&A, will you showcase the End City and play a Race to the Elytra? Biggest fan, awesome source. So thank you very much for being my biggest fan. I'm sorry for reading your name wrong or like missing a clear letter. Again, it's like really, really tiny for me, even though it's taking up. Okay, but anyway, the question, will you do a End City and Race the Elytra? Yeah, I'm going to make videos on the End City so you can learn more about that. And the idea you just said right there, Race to Elytra, I wasn't going to do that, but that's a really cool idea, right? Like, see how fast we can get to the Elytra. So that's going to be a new go. I might even do that day one. So thank you for the idea, because I'm going to do that now. I really, really do appreciate that. And yeah, there's lots of ideas, and some of them are like, hey, Toy Cat, do a thing where you tour my world, or hey, Toy Cat, you should do a thing on like the clay ball and how you can throw at people. But every now and then there's like a genius idea like this, and I really appreciate that, because that's the coolest one, right? So yeah, Race the Elytra now on the list of things I'm gonna be doing when TU46, 7, whatever comes out. It's funny, I'm doing a video talking about this update, still really not even sure what to refer to it as. But yeah, that's it. No one really is at this point. Let's move to the next question, which comes in from Time Teller Studio, who says, #Q&A, what was the first video game you ever played? So this is a hard one to say, because I've been playing for like a really long time. Like the first memory I have of playing a video game is Micro Machines for the PlayStation 1, but I also had it for the Nintendo 64, so I might have played it there first. But yeah, that's the first game I remember playing. But because my then stepfather was really, really into like the PlayStation 1, because again, that's like a console marketed at adults, and there was an N64 in the house at the same time. I played a lot of games, and then I got a game. My first own console was a Game Boy, like age 5, and then Pokemon. Basically, I played a lot of games in that short space of time. Like I played again Micro Machines on both. I played some Muppet Race Mania or something like that. There's a bunch of games that I played really early on. The one that made the biggest impression on me though was probably Micro Machines, and that's why I like racing games a lot, it seems. And yeah, I might do a Micro Machines like some form of like Tuesday stream at some point in this channel, because it is such a cool game, and it's such a cool concept. Like, oh yeah, it's like rolling your cars along the floor, but it's a real game. So yeah, that was the first game I've played. You probably haven't heard of it, because I think it died a while back, but it's a cool game with a cool concept. And yeah, with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Joe Snow. Is that Joe? That is Joe Snow. I was just like, wait a minute, that might be Jon Snow. But no, it's Joe Snow, who says, do you think they will add world statistics like the PC edition? So that would be a cool thing, because the world statistics on the PC are a little bit more detailed than the equivalent on the console. But the funny thing is the world statistics on the PC came out around the same time because I thought it came out afterwards, but it was around the same time as the announcement of the Minecraft console edition, which makes me think they're almost certainly based on the leaderboard functionality of the console, because at the same time the statistics came out, achievements came out, again, something else that would be coming to the console kind of exclusively. So I think the statistics on the PC are kind of inspired by the console leaderboards in a way, because you can't have leaderboards on Minecraft PC. So you've kind of got your own like little personal leaderboards, and yeah, that's what makes me think that they won't be coming directly. I do think they should revamp the leaderboards at some point. I don't know if they will. They did it in TU3, and they've kind of ignored it for 42 updates now. Maybe TU46 is the magical one where we'll have like Enderman killed as a new thing. But I realistically think they're going to leave them alone for now, because very few people care about the leaderboards, and they're so hacked and stuff anyway. I don't know what the solution to that is, but I do know that we probably won't see world statistics on console, because they're basically like the leaderboard functionality we already have. So yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the next question, which comes in from the big Destiny Awaits, who says, man, updates, did I get that name right? Man, updates going by fast. I remember seeing the T25 video as if it was yesterday, and we weren't able to fall in one block water because it will kill you from full damage. So yeah, the updates have been like just going wildly past us, right? And I think, again, T25 was halfway through last year, and I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it was halfway through last year, and here we are, maybe even hitting TU50 for the early next year. It's going to be very, very crazy stuff, right? But yeah, so first of all, updates have been flying by. I remember literally it was, only 2.5 years ago where we were really excited for stuff that came out like 5 updates ago on the PC, and here we are now, like, oh yeah, this thing that came out literally, what is it, like 4 or 5 months ago for 1.10. It came out that many months ago on the PC. We're pumped for it on the console. Some people even saying it's really far behind on the console. You know, that's the point I'm kind of raise here is like things have come really far on Minecraft console, and the thing you mentioned in particular about the waterfall damage, that still makes me crazy nervous when I'm jumping into water, because yeah, for the longest time on console, you had to have at least 2 blocks of water to not take full damage, and even then, if you were going fast enough, randomly, I don't know if that was a glitch or whatever, you would just die anyway because you're going too fast. So yeah, I know your nostalgia there, man. I still think sometimes like, wasn't the TU14 news videos fun, or the TU19 whatever, but then I realized that yeah, progress is a good thing. It's good to be nostalgic, but I'm kind of pumped to every time I go back and look, it's like, oh yeah, we thought that was like better, but this is like the golden age of Minecraft console in a way. At least it will be if an update comes out before the end of the year, and I think that's pretty darn awesome. So yeah, I don't know, yours isn't a question, I realize, it's a statement, so you know, I guess this is Statement Saturday, and in response to your statement, I say yes, good, fun, nostalgia. So let's move to the next actual question, which comes in from Darkfear00, who says, hi Tomcat. So many people have autocorrect on, it comes up that way. I really shouldn't answer a question with Tomcat. But, you know, I'll answer it anyway. I'll humor you, because I didn't notice it was Tomcat in the first time reading. Again, I'm a blind man. But they say, if they are thinking of doing more than 8 players, won't that mean they need to make a new battle map for the extra players? So, yeah, the reason I decided to pick this question is because, yeah, I imagine they would need a separate map for 16 players, because there isn't 16 spawn points unless you, like, go all the way around the map. However, what I think they probably already have done, or maybe will just do, you know, instinctively, is probably just make an extra map, because, you know, they cost $7.99 for a season pass. It would make sense that you get a little bit of extra value when it's like, oh yeah, now we'll release an extra set of each maps to bring out this new feature. And also, again, I think they might have done it already, because if you look at Cove, okay, so I don't know if you guys have seen this, but if you have ever downloaded Cove, like I have, and you looked around the edge, you can see the old map boundaries and where it used to go, and the map was going to be a lot bigger. It's already a very big and oddly shaped map. It was going to be bigger before, and that makes me think that they started development for 16 players, or that they made a 16-player map and shrunk it down to make the 8-player one. Again, that's just a tiny theory. I think they, you know, they would just make new maps, and yeah, I don't think it's too much of a barrier to making a new thing, especially because if you look at some of the maps, they're not too much effort to just make a brand new one up, and plus, you know, they've got an art team that do lots of things, and there hasn't been a mashup pack for a while anyway, so maybe after the next mashup pack, they'll just go back and be like, oh yeah, let's go do some 16-player maps, or maybe they already did it, because, yeah, that's something that could have happened. So, with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from JazzyCat12, nice name, by the way, who says, when people ask where you live, do you say UK, England, or Britain? So, yeah, if you don't know the whole geography of the UK, I did a second channel video, and I'd probably recommend you check that out if you want to know the difference between those terms. But yeah, I am from all 3 of those things. I am from England, and England, like, again, Britain is like the island that England is on, and the UK is the country that the England is a part of. So yeah, I'm from all 3 of those things, kind of like how if you're from Boston in America, you're from Boston, but you're also from New England, but you're also from the United States of America. But which of the 3 do I like to say I'm from? If you check my Twitter, I usually put UK. If you check anything where I've got location, I put UK because I feel like I am from the United Kingdom. That's the country that I would say I'm from. Because one, it is true, like if you're from France, you don't say you're from, you know, or if you're from Germany, you don't say you're from Bavaria or you're from the Rhineland or whatever, you just say you're from... I just feel like the country is more internationally recognizable. Also, I'm like super, a tiny bit patriotic about the flag of the UK, because if you've seen it, the Union Jack is like the coolest flag in the world. Again, maybe that's just because I live here and it's like, it's the symbolism of my country, but I really, really love the Union Jack. And it's, you know, you look at the England cross, it's kind of boring. Britain doesn't even have its own flag, it doesn't even really mean anything. So yeah, I'm from the UK. I would describe my nationality as British though, because like, that's what it says on like my... it's really, really confusing. You know, the UK is a country of countries. Things get messed up, but I would describe myself as UK, or if you want my nationality, I guess British. I don't know if that's like but anyway, that's what I would say I am. If you want to be like, where's Toycat from? He's from the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, darn it. And with that said, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. If you did all like it, like video, let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot. And let us know you do like Q&A Saturday, and again, the question thing. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. In case you're curious about that Canada thing I mentioned, there is a second channel video. It might have already gone up, because I'm recording this quite a few days ahead of time, but on the Canada-US border coming, so if you want to learn about that, it's at Niagara Falls, then IVX2Can. Anyway, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed it, because I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!